They threw the dog away to die. But she didn't know he was hiding a secret, one so valuable it would change everything.
"We cannot afford him anymore,"
the woman had said. Her voice was cold. Empty. Final. The black Ford Explorer pulled away fast. Too fast. The border collie stared down the empty highway. His tail did not wag. His eyes held no hope. Just confusion. Maya Langston wiped sweat from her forehead. The June heat was brutal. Her gas station sat on Highway 287. Miles from anywhere. Miles from help. She watched the dog through the window. He had not moved for 20 minutes. Just stood there. Waiting. "Poor baby," she whispered. Maya's phone buzzed. Another overdue notice. Rent was due tomorrow. She had exactly $43. Her son Diego needed his medication. The pharmacy would not wait much longer. The dog walked to the spot where the Ford Explorer had been. He lay down. His nose pointed toward the highway. Still waiting. Maya's heart broke. She opened the door. The heat hit her like a wall. The dog looked up. His brown eyes were intelligent. Alert. Hopeful. "Hey there, boy," Maya said softly. The dog's tail moved slightly. Just once. Maya knelt down. The dog was bigger than she thought. Maybe 60 pounds. His coat was beautiful under the dirt. Black and white patches. Perfect symmetry. "You hungry?" The dog stood up. His tail wagged once. Maya went inside. She grabbed a bag of beef jerky. The expensive kind. The kind she never bought for herself. The dog ate carefully. Politely. Like he had been trained well. "Good boy," Maya said. "What is your name?" No collar. No tags. No identification. Maya's landlord had been clear. "No pets, Maya. Not even a goldfish. You break this rule, you are out." But she could not leave the dog here. Not in this heat. Not alone. Just for tonight, she told herself. That night, Diego had another seizure. Maya heard the familiar sounds. The thrashing. The gasping. She ran to his room. Diego was convulsing on his bed. His small body rigid. His eyes rolled back. Maya grabbed her phone. She dialed 911. Her hands shook. Then something incredible happened. The border collie burst through Diego's door. He jumped onto the bed. He pressed his body against Diego's chest. He stayed perfectly still. Diego's seizure stopped. The dog remained motionless. His breathing was deep. Steady. Calming. Diego's eyes fluttered open. "Mama? I am here, baby." The paramedics arrived 15 minutes later. They found Diego sitting up. Alert. The dog still pressed against his side. "How long did the seizure last?" the paramedic asked. "Maybe 2 minutes," Maya said. "But usually they last much longer." The paramedic examined Diego. His vitals looked good. Really good. After they left, Maya stared at the dog. "How did you know?" The dog looked at her with those intelligent eyes. Like he understood everything. Maya researched online all night. Seizure alert dogs. Medical service animals. Training programs. The articles said the same thing. These dogs cost thousands of dollars. The waiting lists were years long. Most families could never afford them. But somehow, one had found its way to her door. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel grow. The next morning brought disaster. Mrs. Thornfield, Maya's landlord, stood in the parking lot. Her arms were crossed. Her face was stone.
Where did this dog come from, Maya?
Maya's mouth went dry. He's just visiting.
Visiting?
Mrs. Thornfield walked closer.
This animal has been here all night.
Please, Mrs. Thornfield. Just let me explain.
The lease is clear. No pets. Ever.
But he saved my son. Mrs. Thornfield's expression did not change.
You have 24 hours. The dog goes, or you both go.
Maya felt her world crashing down. The gas station job came with the apartment. Lose one, lose both. But Diego needed this dog. She had seen the miracle with her own eyes. That afternoon, a man in an expensive suit arrived. He drove a black Mercedes. His smile was too wide. Too friendly. Hello, Maya. I am Mr. Parker. I heard you have a stray dog problem. Problem? I run a service. I take unwanted animals off people's hands. No questions asked. Maya's skin crawled. Something was wrong. Very wrong. What kind of service? The kind that solves problems quickly. Permanently. The dog growled low in his throat. He stepped between Maya and the stranger. Interesting, Parker said. This one has spirit. What do you mean? Nothing. Just thinking out loud. His smile grew wider. I can take him today. Free of charge. Where would you take him? Parker waved his hand vaguely. Somewhere appropriate. Somewhere final. The dog's growl grew louder. His hackles raised. I think we are fine, thank you, Maya said. Parker's smile disappeared. You sure about that? Mrs. Thornfield seemed to think you needed help. Mrs. Thornfield sent you? Let's just say we have an arrangement. She calls me when tenants have pet problems. I solve them. Maya's blood turned to ice. What kind of arrangement? The profitable kind. Parker left his business card. Call me when you change your mind. And you will change your mind. That night, Maya could not sleep. She researched Parker's company online. What she found made her sick. No legitimate business license. No veterinary partnerships. No adoption programs. Just a P.O. box and a phone number. The reviews told the truth. Never saw my dog again. They promised a good home. My cat just vanished. Parker was not rehoming animals. He was making them disappear. Maya realized the horrible truth. Mrs. Thornfield was part of it. Landlords would call when tenants had pets. Parker would take them. For a fee. No one asked what happened next. Maya held the dog close. I will not let them hurt you. The dog seemed to understand. He pressed closer to her side. Diego woke up screaming. Another seizure was starting. Maya ran to his room. But the dog was already there. Already pressing against Diego's chest. Already stopping the seizure before it could take hold. 2 minutes later, Diego was calm. alert, safe. His name is Guardian, Diego whispered. He told me in my dream. Maya's eyes filled with tears. Guardian. That is perfect. The next morning brought more visitors. 3 men in coveralls. They carried animal control equipment. Maya Langston, the leader, asked. Yes. We have reports of an unlicensed animal on the premises. We need to take it for quarantine. Quarantine? Standard procedure. Takes about a week. Guardian pressed against Maya's legs. His body was tense. Ready to run. What happens after quarantine? The men exchanged glances. Depends on what we find. Maya knew they were lying. These men worked for Parker. She was certain. Can I see your identification? Ma'am, we don't have time for this. Just hand over the dog. Show me your badges. The leader stepped forward. Lady, don't make this harder than it needs to be. Guardian growled. A deep, warning sound. That dog seems aggressive, the second man said. We might need to use restraints. Maya saw the tranquilizer gun on his belt. Stay back. Give us the dog, and nobody gets hurt. Maya made a desperate decision. Run, Guardian. Run. Guardian bolted toward the highway. The fake animal control officers chased him. But border collies are fast. Very fast. Guardian disappeared into the woods across the road. Maya's heart broke. But he was safe. For now. That evening, Mrs. Thornfield arrived with eviction papers. You have violated your lease agreement, she said coldly. The dog is gone. But the violation occurred. You must vacate by Friday. 3 days. Maya had 3 days to find a new home. A new job. A new life. But she had saved Guardian. Or so she thought. That night, Maya heard scratching at her window. Guardian had returned. He looked exhausted. His paws were bloody. But his eyes were determined. You came back, Maya whispered. Guardian pressed against Diego's bed. As if he knew danger was coming. Maya was right. At midnight, she heard engines. Multiple vehicles. Men with flashlights searched the property. Check every building, a voice commanded. That dog is valuable. Valuable? Maya crept to the window. Parker was directing the search. But he was not alone. A woman in a white coat stood beside him. She looked like a veterinarian. The implant is still active, the woman said, checking a device. He is close. Implant? Guardian was not just trained. He was microchipped. Tracked. Worth a fortune. Maya realized the truth. Guardian had been stolen. Probably from a family who desperately needed him. Parker was not just killing animals. He was trafficking trained service dogs. The search moved closer to the apartment. Maya had to act fast. She woke Diego gently. We have to hide, baby. Where is Guardian? Right here. But we have to be very quiet. Maya led them to the basement storage room. It was small. Dark. But hidden. Guardian followed silently. Like he understood the danger. They waited in the darkness. Footsteps moved overhead. Voices called out. Doors slammed. I know he is here, Parker's voice echoed above them. The signal is strongest in this building, the woman confirmed. Tear it apart if you have to. Maya held Diego close. Guardian pressed against both of them. His body was warm, comforting, protective. Hours passed. The search continued. Finally, the voices faded. The engines started. The vehicles drove away. But Maya knew they would be back. In the morning, she made a decision that would change everything. Maya called the police. I need to report animal theft and fraud, she told the dispatcher. Detective Sarah Williams arrived an hour later. She was young, sharp, determined. Tell me everything, she said. Maya explained about Parker. About the fake animal control. About Mrs. Thornfield's arrangement. About Guardian's microchip. Do you still have the dog? Yes. Can I see him? Maya brought Guardian out. The detective's eyes widened. This is a professionally trained seizure alert dog, she said immediately. Worth about $40,000. $40,000? These animals save lives. The training takes years. Most families wait forever to get one. Detective Williams examined Guardian's microchip with a scanner. This dog belongs to the Blackwood family in Houston. He was stolen from their yard 6 months ago. Their 8-year-old daughter has severe epilepsy. Maya's heart sank. You have to take him back. Eventually. But first, we use him to catch the people who stole him. The plan was dangerous. Brilliant. Terrifying. Maya would call Parker. Pretend to surrender Guardian. The police would follow and arrest everyone involved. But something could go wrong. Guardian could get hurt. Killed. Lost forever. I cannot risk it, Maya said. These people have stolen dozens of service animals, Detective Williams explained. They sell them to the highest bidder. Or worse. Worse? Medical research. Overseas buyers. People who do not care about the dog's training. They just want a valuable animal. Maya looked at Guardian. He was watching Diego play video games. Alert for any sign of seizure activity. This dog was saving her son's life. But he belonged to another child who needed him just as much. Okay, Maya whispered. We do it. The meeting was set for midnight. The old truck stop on Highway 35. Maya would bring Guardian. Parker would bring cash. Detective Williams and her team would be watching. Maya drove to the truck stop with shaking hands. Guardian sat calmly beside her. Like he trusted her completely. Parker was already there. The white coat woman stood beside him. 3 other men waited by a van. Smart choice, Parker said as Maya approached. I want the money first. Of course. Parker held up an envelope. $5,000. Cash. Maya's heart pounded. That was more money than she had seen in years. But it felt like blood money. Where will you take him? Private collector in Dallas. Very wealthy. Very discreet. Guardian pressed against Maya's legs. He was trembling slightly. The collector does not care about his training? Maya asked. Rich people have strange hobbies, Parker laughed. This one collects rare breeds. He is quite a collection. Collection. Like Guardian was a trophy. A possession. The white coat woman stepped forward with a leash. Let's get this done. Wait, Maya said. What about the microchip? Already handled. We have ways of dealing with those. Maya realized they were planning to remove Guardian's chip. Probably without anesthesia. Probably causing horrible pain. Or worse. Her decision was made. I changed my mind. Parker's smile vanished. Too late for that. I said no. The three men moved closer. Hand over the dog, lady. Guardian growled. His hackles rose. Now, Parker commanded. Police sirens wailed in the distance. Getting closer. Parker's face went white. You set us up. Yes, Maya said proudly. Kill the dog. Parker shouted. One of the men reached for a gun. Guardian moved like lightning. He jumped. His teeth found the man's wrist. The gun clattered away. Police cars surrounded the truck stop. Officers poured out with weapons drawn. Police. Nobody move. Parker ran toward the van. Detective Williams tackled him personally. The white coat woman tried to grab Guardian. Maya kicked her away. Stay away from him. Guardian stood protectively in front of Maya. His teeth bared. Ready to fight. The arrests took an hour. Parker. The fake veterinarian. The three thugs. Even Mrs. Thornfield, who arrived thinking she was collecting her fee. We found the records, Detective Williams told Maya later. 47 stolen service animals in the past 2 years. All sold to private collectors or research facilities. Detective Williams pulled out a notebook. We also traced the family who abandoned Ranger here. Gas station cameras caught their license plate. They bought him from Parker's ring for $8,000. Rich family who thought they were buying their child an expensive pet. The kid got bored with his new toy after a few months. They had no idea he was stolen or worth $40,000. What happens to Guardian now? He goes home to his real family. Maya's heart broke all over again. Detective Williams saw her pain. Maya, I have something to tell you. The Blackwood family has been following this case. They know what you did. They know how you protected their dog. Okay. They want to meet you. 2 days later, a car pulled up to the gas station. A man and woman got out. They held hands with a little girl about Diego's age. The girl saw Guardian and screamed with joy. Ranger. So his name was Ranger. Not Guardian. But he had been both. Ranger ran to the girl. His whole body wiggled with happiness. He covered her face with kisses. Thank you, the woman said to Maya. You saved our daughter's life. He saved my son's life too. We have a proposition. Maya looked up hopefully. We live 3 hours away. Too far for Ranger to help Diego regularly. But what if Diego spent summers with us? What if you both did? I do not understand. We have a ranch. Plenty of space. Diego could learn to work with Ranger. Really work with him. And you could help us train other seizure alert dogs. Maya's heart stopped. Other dogs? We started a nonprofit after Ranger was stolen. We breed and train seizure alert dogs for families who cannot afford them. Like us. Exactly like you. The little girl looked up at Maya. Will Diego be my friend? I think he would like that very much. I'm so glad you watched till the end. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions give me the energy to keep uncovering these amazing stories.